Dear ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to greet you today at the Online Unicorn Battle, Kuala Lumpur. My name is Lena Evtushenko and I'm head of Startup Battle Asia. Also, let me introduce my colleague, Anna Fedorova. Anna is the Chief Partnership Officer at Startup.Network and CEO of Unicorn Cup. Anna, the stage is yours.
Yes, thank you, Lena. And I would like to greet everyone at our Unicorn Battle in Kuala Lumpur. I'm really happy to see new faces, and I'm really glad to see all our friends that are with us here today. And I would like to remind you that our events are happening thanks to our sponsors. Our global platinum sponsor is Network VC California Seed Fund. And our global golden sponsor is ICU Ventures. ICU Ventures is a Kiev and London-based venture capital fund that invests in technology companies with ties to Central and Eastern Europe, focused on helping ambitious founders build global businesses. ICU Venture makes late seed and Series A investments across the tech spectrum. And our silver sponsor, Silicon Valley Syndicate Club. And I would like to remind everyone that the winner of today's Unicorn Battle will go together with us to Silicon Valley, hopefully when US limits all restrictions. So July 30th is the date for right now. And we have been doing all our local preliminaries around 50 major cities of the world. And it will be a great gathering at our summer Unicorn Cup with around 1,000 guests, and there'll be a great number of the VCs and business angels and just private investors from all over the world. There'll be a startup expo with 100 startups, and of course all the winners from all the countries of the world will be pitching live main stage. So everybody is welcome to join us. We're welcoming partners, we're welcoming sponsors who will join us for this great gathering that will be happening at the legendary location of the Computer History Museum in the Mountain View. And I would like you to introduce to our company, Startup.Network. Startup.Network is the marketplace for the startups, for the professionals from the venture industry, where they can come up together, and it is an ecosystem. The core of it is Startup.Network itself, and there are a lot of platforms and online solutions that help startups to grow into big businesses, investors to find the great opportunities and fund startups, professionals to make money with us together by becoming our partners, and corporations, they can seek and implement innovations through our platforms. Unicorn Battle is the oldest part of the Startup Network, and it is great opportunities for the startups to promote themselves and find funding. For the investors, they can find the best deals, especially now when you sitting from home can look into every geography we are in. And for partners, you can really become global together with us. And regarding the geography, you can see that we have been almost everywhere, but of course there are many more countries, and we plan to expand. So if you see your country or your city you would like us to be with our battle in, please contact Lena, contact Kate, contact me, and we will sure be there with you, because it's our mission is to open the world to startups and open the world for the startups. And regarding the battles, we have done already more than 209, I guess, battles, and in 20 countries of the world. We have on regular basis USA contests, 12 of them in Silicon Valley, where our headquarters are, and regular basis battles happen offline. But right now we are online, and as we talked already, it's a great opportunities for everyone with the online format, but everybody is welcome to join us wherever we are. One of the most recent parts of our ecosystem is Silicon Finance, our pre-acceleration program for the startups that going to relocate to United States. We are helping them with that, supplying with them with funds and services worth $50,000 and help them to apply to top American accelerators. The Network VC, California Seed Fund, is our own venture capital fund with the two current strategies. One is to participate as an investor in our pre-acceleration program for the chosen one, to be a lead investor in a Silicon Valley Syndicate Club. And it's a great opportunity for the startups to get direct financing and for investors to join us and invest within our Network VC California Seed Fund. Silicon Valley Syndicate Club is a special entity that allows venture syndicates for different startups to be easily organized. And now any investor starting with a $10,000 check is able to join our syndicates and get an access to best startups we had found through our global network. And it's a great opportunity for startups. You can apply for the program, and for the investors, you can follow our lead and really find great unicorns. And partners, of course, are welcome, because you can become a partner by leading our chapter, promoting our Silicon Valley Syndicate Club throughout your community and be our leader within your region. And now I would like to introduce you my great colleague, Natalie, who will tell you about our recent invention within our ecosystem. Natalie, she's COO of our VC house, and she will tell you about it. Are you with us?
Yeah, hello. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Anna, for introduction. Glad to see you here today. I'd like to invite you with our new project, VC House. This is a closed platform, closed community and network created especially for VCs, where they can exchange their deals. They participate as lead investors. And what is more, it's a platform for specialized offline events, like LPGP events, where VC can find investors for their funds. And I invite you to join us at VC House. And now I'd like to return the floor to our extraordinary girls, Kate and Lena, who are hosts for today's event. They will lead you through our unicorn battle in the wonderful city of Kuala Lumpur.
Thank you, Natalie. Of course, I would like to say a special thank to our community partners, who are our reliable friends. First of all, to Silicon Finance team from California. Startups, pay attention. This program really can help you to reach the investors from US. Also to Malaysia Global Innovation and Creativity Center, with whom we hope to co-organize our future events in Kuala Lumpur. And also to Serba Dynamics, Startup Borneo, Watt, Ingenious, and Kairos Capital. And of course, to many other funds represented by our judges today. Thank you for your support, and I think that you would like to know how we're going to move on. Firstly, each judge will say a few words about him or herself. After that, we will have the hottest part of our event, pitch session of the top 9 startups. So please sit back, relax, and stay with us until the networking part, where we can hear some VC insights and discuss the results of the event, which I'm sure will be unexpected and great as always on our battles. So maybe this format will a little bit confused you if you went to our offline events, but I hope that if you are our new judge, you will like this trial and become our regular guest on unicorn battles. So I pass the word to Lena and wish you a pleasant time today. Thank you.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, colleagues. So before we will start the pitch competition, please greet our honored judges who volunteered their valuable time to our event today. Dear judges, please introduce yourselves and your funds for 1 minute, pointing out the industry, check site, state, and geographical location of startups you invest in. Who want to be the first one? Welcome.
Maybe we should invite Alexander. Alexander, would you be our first judge? Please welcome Alexander, CEO and founder of Startup.Network.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming to our unicorn battle today. And as network VC, we usually invest from 50 to 250K. Geographically, we prefer to invest in USA or Europe, and we are industry agnostic.
Thank you. Thank you, Alexander. So next one, please.
I think I can go next.
Yes, Roman.
Hello, everyone. My name is Roman, and I come from ICU Ventures. As Anna mentioned, we're very happy partners of Startup Networks. With them, even though we have presence in Kyiv and London, we feel like we're traveling the world. We invest at late seed and round A, usually from 200 to $1 million in one story. We like to invest into those companies that are ready to scale. We're industry agnostic, just net of a few industries that we specifically don't invest, like gambling, gaming. We're very happy, looking forward to pitches of companies coming from Kuala Lumpur and the region. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Roman. Welcome. Next one, please. Dear judges, don't be shy. We are waiting for introduction.
Might be better if you just call them out by name, I think. Otherwise
should I start?
Yes, please. Hello.
Can I start?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Briefly introduce myself. So yeah, thank you very much to the host, Unicorn Battle, Unicorn Cup. I'm Abdul Qayyum from. I'm representing Startup.Network, and we host innovation hub across a few countries, and our headquarters is in Malaysia. Startup.Network, just to let everyone know, it is the core business is oil and gas, and now we are looking at diversifying our activities into technology and industry 4.0 applications, and we are going to also launch few more innovations hub across the world. So we have started a few, and our first innovation hub, the headquarters is in Malaysia. So I'm very happy for this session and to see the startup who's going to pitch for this event.
Thank you and welcome. Thank you. So next one, please.
Hi, can I go next?
Yes, please. Yes, William.
Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm William Du from Engineers House, Kuala Lumpur. Okay, we do with corporate finance. Our ticket size is from US 100,000 to $500,000 US. Okay, and beyond that, we usually set up a special purpose vehicle for investments. Okay, so we also help clients or investee companies to list, to IPO, to M&A and trade sale. Okay, and one of the deal that we are looking recently was acquired by Startup.Network. Okay, called Unima University. Of course, Startup.Network has a big war chest. Okay, but so we look forward to work together with entrepreneurs and organizers around the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome. So next one, please.
Now let me go next. My name is
Yes.
Paul Chong. I'm the founder and managing partner of Knights Capital Partners, a regional private equity fund based out of Hong Kong and Malaysia. Apart from pre-IPO investments, we also fund private companies using what we call NASDAQ-listed special purpose acquisition companies, or SPACs, and we're doing 6 as we speak. I've been an investment banker for 25 years, having worked as a senior banker in bulge bracket firms such as Goldman Sachs in New York, London, and Hong Kong, and also for UBS in Hong Kong. Over the last 25 years, I've listed 79 companies on 9 stock exchanges globally, including some of the largest companies in the world today, such as China Mobile and PetroChina. I also used to manage a Rothschild family fund in China. In my spare time, I'm an entrepreneur. I co-founded TNG FinTech Group, one of Asia's largest fintech companies operating Hong Kong's largest e-wallet, and we have a footprint across 16 countries. We are also the controlling shareholder of Malaysia's largest payments and remittance company called Tranglo. I'm also the Asia Chief Representative of TrueTech Technologies. This is a world's foremost product security company, and we were named a technology pioneer at the World Economic Forum in Davos. And our key product is actually a nano-sized barcode that is literally edible. You can actually eat it. I started life as a lawyer, and I qualified as a chartered accountant in London with Arthur Andersen, which unfortunately no longer exists after Enron.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome. So next one, please.
Okay, I will go next. Hi, this is Joanne from Netro. Actually, our fund actually is from Hong Kong, but we also have offices in Malaysia and also Guangzhou. We have been investing in Asia, China, Hong Kong, South Asia. Our vision is to actually empower entrepreneurs. So a lot of time when we invest into a company, we also ensure that we actually adding value to the company. We will provide mentorship, support, and also corporate finance help to the company as well. Our fund actually, our team also has a corporate finance expertise. We have helped company in for kind of going for IPO, fundraising, M&A, trade sales as well. Our ticket size is any amount up to US dollars 3 million. We can invest in any stages up to Series B. Yeah. Thank you
so much. Thank you. Welcome. So
Hi,
next,
everyone.
please. Yeah. Hi.
Hi, everyone. My
Yes,
name is
Pradita.
Darita Sarina. And you can call me Dita. I'm with a Chakra Ventures, a corporate venture capital based in Jakarta and Singapore. And usually we invest in the ticket size around $1 million until like $100 million. It depends on the deal. And usually also we do the project financing as well and set up several purpose vehicle funds. Before that, I was with Creador, a regional private equity fund in Malaysia, and I have several years doing investment both in early stage company and mature company. Previously, I did a double degree in University of Cambridge, majoring in finance for MBA and MPhil in innovation. And I would like to open all the partnership across the globe, especially if someone would like to invest in Southeast Asia and Indonesia, as I'm originally from Indonesia or Jakarta. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome. So next one, please.
Hi, can I introduce myself?
Yes, please.
Hi, I'm Eddie from Singapore. I'm a former World Bank consultant for emerging financial institutions in Southeast Asia. I currently am an investor with Vantage Venture. Vantage Venture is a B2B early stage startups. We can do ticket size from 200,000 to 1 million. We typically do from seed to pre-A round. 6 months ago, one of our investees raised 18 million USD round. Just 2 months ago, one of our investees also exited via a trade sale to a fintech group in Asia. So very happy to be part of the jury for this competition, and I wish everybody well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome. So next one, please. Dear judges.
Hi, I'll go next. Hi,
Yes,
Rico Tang here. Nice to meet you, Go, and thank you for inviting us to join you. I'm from Centum Ventures. Our fund is set up in the USA, in Utah. And we've been working with our sister fund called Artois Ventures. They have got 4 funds in the past and been a very active venture building firm in Utah. And we are also setting up our global venture ventures in Cayman. So our ticket sizes range from 100 grand to 5 million, Series C to Series A plus. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Next one, please.
I'll take this up. Hi, this is Vikrant Varshney from Succeed Venture Partners. We are an early stage angel network focusing on seed as well as angel investments, pre-series A, mostly post-revenue investments. Our ticket size is generally up till $500,000. Sweet spot is anywhere between 100K to 300K. We've invested in around 35 companies in last 3 years, and we are now launching in an alternative investment fund focusing on Indian and Asian market. That's why we are participating in Korea, in the Kuala Lumpur round as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome. Next one,
Hello.
please. Hello.
Yeah, this side Sagar. I'm from Moonshot Ventures. We are a first-time fund based out of Indonesia. So focusing on doing investments in impact areas like agriculture, education, financial inclusion, healthcare, anything which impacts mass market. That's our key focus area, and we do early stage seed investments anywhere ticket size between 150K to 250K US dollars. Yep.
Okay. Thank you so much. Welcome. Next one, please.
Hi, this is Kalyan. I'm co-founder and CEO at What. We are the world's first platform to organize virtual marches and charity runs and marathons with a presence in Singapore, in the US and India, with a physical presence in those countries, but virtual presence in almost the entire world. I'm also a mentor at one of the Asian, Malaysian-based accelerators, and also mentor startups based in the US through Glue Group. And yeah, I'm also a member of World Economic Forum. I'm a global shaper there, and looking forward to the pitches.
Great. Thank you so much. Next one, please.
Hi, my name is Ganesh.
Hi, Ganesh.
I'm a serial entrepreneur and startup investor. My first company that I started was a company called ML Global, which became Southeast Asia's first internet company to be listed on the NASDAQ. And also we were one of Malaysia's leading online payment gateways that was acquired about 2 years ago. I currently run my own venture builder where we invest into e-commerce enablers. It's called commerce.asia. We've invested in about 10 e-commerce enablers today. We also do non-e-commerce enabler investments across Southeast Asia as well. Our typical ticket size is anywhere from 100,000 US to $1 million US.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome. Next one, please.
Hi, can I go ahead?
Hi. Yes, please.
All right. Hi, everyone. Miguel Encarnacion. I'm a managing partner for Unifier Ventures. We're a cross-border venture fund investing in Europe and Southeast Asia. So I'm originally from the Philippines. I was managing a family office over there for 5 years before I left and moved to Germany, where I'm now based. So we're doing seed stage investments between 50 to 500,000, and looking at bridging these two regions. And that's our focus. So we're industry agnostic. We'll look at anything that makes sense to bring to the other region. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome. Next one, please.
Hi, can I go?
Yes, please. Yes.
Oh, this is Abhijit here, co-founding partner of R Ventures. We are one of India's largest fundraising platform, sector agnostic, investing, raising funds up to $10 million for startups. We have now total 56 investments, presence in 17 cities in India, and outside India, we are present in Dubai. Thanks. Great to be here.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. So next one, please.
Can I?
Yes, please.
Yeah, Sajid here, joining you from Dubai. We are basically a consulting company. One of our verticals is we deal with M&As, that is mergers and acquisitions. So we have investors who are looking to invest into different types of existing businesses and new ventures. That's regionally as well as internationally. And we also help people who want to invest into the Middle East. So source deals over here. So anybody coming from any part of the world wanting to invest into Dubai or UAE or Middle East, we help them find deals. And also we help entrepreneurs on their journey with the planning, with the research, etc. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome. Next one, please. Yes, please, dear judges.
From Capital. We are a venture capital based in Malaysia, but we have offices in Hong Kong and China. We generally invest in across China and Southeast Asia. Our ticket size ranges from $1 million US to $3 million. Our investment focus, we focus on industries such as fintech, insurtech, digital healthcare, e-commerce, and education tech. So the series that we typically invest in are from late stage seed to up to Series B, but with exceptions if any strategic angles exist.
Thank you. Welcome, Liam. So next one, please.
Hello. Assalamualaikum.
Yes, please. Bad sound. Bad sound.
Hello.
Yeah, there is something interfering. Your voice comes and goes. We don't hear you clearly.
Is it better now?
No, it's better. Yeah, you can try.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Mr. Rizal Aziz and Zaid. Okay, I'm a corporate lawyer, and our main area of practice are technology, corporate mergers and acquisition, as well as regulatory compliance. We have experience in advising startup in obtaining license from Securities Commission, Labuan Financial Services Authority, Hong Kong's SFC, as well as Malta Financial Services Authority, and market entry into as well as compliance into this country. We also have litigation and dispute resolution where we assisted startup in managing their risk as well as compliance with the issued license and approvals.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So next one, please.
Yeah, hi everybody. Sorry,
Hi.
Kursi, founder of Capital Asia. We deal with receivable finance, supply chain finance, mostly for contract-based clients all across the country. More than 10,000 SMEs are our clients, dealing with all across the board from all types of businesses and contracts. I think we don't fund startups, but we are related in a bit in terms of training and involved with maybe acceleration and training programs for with SMEs. That's it. Happy to be here. Happy to link up with everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome. Next one, please. Dear judges.
Okay, here.
Yes, please.
Hi, this is Simon. I'm based in KL. I'm managing director of Vox. We are a company specializing in conversational AI. I'm here being invited as an angel investor. In my portfolio, I have a company in both Europe and Asia. The most probably well-known here in Malaysia is called Marbite. My ticket size is up to 150K.
Thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you. So next one, please.
This is Chris. I think I will go next. My name is Chris. I'm calling from Vietnam at the moment. Actually, we are leading a blockchain enterprise advisory company in Kuala Lumpur called Infinity Blockchain Ventures. At the same time, we also have a blockchain community called Asia Blockchain Review, which operate across Southeast Asia at the moment. Very good to be here. And our services is actually to support startup and company to do fundraising, financial advisory and stuff like that. Thank you. Good to be here.
Thank you so much. Thank you and welcome. Next one, please.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Hello. Yes, please.
Hi, since Chris already started the blockchain discussion, so I thought I should jump in next. My name is Harpreet Maan, and I'm the CEO and founder of Blockline Technologies Sdn Bhd, which is actually a development and also a consulting and training company based out of Malaysia. We actually support startups in terms of providing technology support, training supports, and also getting them into the ecosystem. And I also consult and advise multiple startups in the ecosystem, especially in the blockchain, crypto, and fintech space. and also advise on multiple government platforms and also private platforms to support and give more exposure towards startups. And I'll say that if there's anybody who's looking to reach out into the Malaysian market or the Malaysian blockchain or fintech market, feel free to reach out to me after this.
Thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome. Next one, please. So, who want to be the next one? Okay. So I think I would like to continue, and thank you so much, dear judges, for your introductions. Now I want to explain you a little bit about the voting, today's voting system. So please pay attention that every one of you had received a personal link in mail for evaluation the startups while they pitch today. Dear judges, please use your links to access the event page and put marks from 1 to 5 for each of startups you hear today. If you need some help, please let me know about it in chat. And next information is for our attendees today. Dear attendees, you have a great opportunity to support our participants today. You can just register at our event page and give your like for your favorite startups. Our participants really need your support also, today we will have 9 participants, and based on the results of the judges online voting, one startup will be chosen as a winner of Unicorn Battle Kuala Lumpur. So please welcome our startups. What I want to know also, dear judges, to start voting, you have just to click the link you have got on mail to get access to the profiles of today's startups. And after this, you have to put marks depending on investment potential from 1 to 5, where 5 is the highest mark and 1 is the lowest. So you have just put marks without any confirmation buttons, and also it's important to say that you could change marks before the voting will be closed. I will let you know about it. So every startups, what important also, every startup today have 3 minutes for pitch and 3 more minutes for Q&A from our judges. I think that's all from my side, and we can start.
Yes, the first one will be phenology. Jared, are you with us? Maybe you mute.
Hi, yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
How's my voice?
Good. Yes.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so do I just start, or is there a timer or something like that?
Yeah, if you are ready, I turn on time and...
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. I'm Jared. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me know when it appears on your side. You all see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
That's nice, isn't it? Okay, great.
Yeah, good luck.
So,
yeah.
Great. Hi, everyone. I'm Jared. We're from Phenology, and we are a fintech company. We primarily, our mission is actually to enable seamless lending and insurance anywhere. And all of our clients are in banking, insurance, or the property sectors. So how do we accomplish our mission of enabling seamless lending, insurance anywhere? We do it via 2 primarily models. The first one is an API services model, where we get widespread use and distribution of our APIs, which are integrated to different systems and different large channel partners. The second model is where we have our own branded marketplace platforms, which we own. So it is also a B2B and B2B2C model primarily. So our biggest users are property developers and real estate agents, which use us to do mortgage pre-approvals. So our key addressable markets through our services are actually in mortgage loans and motorcycle insurance. We do serve also other other products from the banking and insurance industry, but our biggest volume comes from mortgage loans and motorcycle insurance. Now, the market sizes for mortgages in Malaysia are pretty big. Every year, there are at least 300,000 property transactions. Of course, with COVID, that has been affected a little bit, but that, of course, that should pick up within a year or two. Whereas on the other hand, we also, one of our key markets is motorcycle insurance, where there are 13 million motorcycles in Malaysia, but only 4 million of them have valid insurance. And if you survey and ask these customers, they'll tell you it's because they need to go to the road transport department to queue up to get their road tax renewed. And today we are serving these two markets with our partners from the banking and insurance side. We have 17 banks covered and 3 insurers covered, of which 5 of these FSIs we already have straight-through purchase or straight-through approval ability. So these are some example implementations of our services with our partners. We are tied up with the largest property website in Malaysia, iProperty, where they integrate with our APIs to white label another brand called Loan Care, where you can get your home loans pre-approved on their website. Hi Home is a Malaysian government affordable housing website, where you get a lot of the B40 segment going in to get themselves pre-approved and looking to ballot for affordable housing. And then on the right side is a number of ticketing e-kiosks, where, for example, if you park your car, where you pay your parking machine, you can also decide to renew your road tax and insurance on those machines. So those are all powered by our APIs. So how we've done since 2018 when we commercialized our services, as you can see.
Time is over.
Oh,
let's continue in the Q&A session.
Yes, please. Let's go to the Q&A.
Okay, so let's start Q&A. Dear judges, do you have questions?
Yeah, hi, Jared.
Hi.
How seamless is the process as far as from application to disbursement itself? And how many banks or FIs do you have the capability in terms of doing this?
We are currently partnered with 3 banks for a seamless experience. So this is where you can do the digital onboarding all the way to pre-approvals, subject to the documents being supplied and the declarations being true at the end of it before disbursement.
Okay.
The pre-approvals can come out within 5 minutes for the mortgage actually. So it's pretty fast. Pretty impressive. Whereas for insurances, it's on the spot, end-to-end, the policy is issued the moment money is received.
Hi, Jared. It's Paul Chung here. For the mortgage and insurance business, it's akin to sort of mortgage broking and loan broking. Do you need a license for this? Number one. And number two, how do you differentiate yourself from crowdfunding platforms that's financing everything?
Firstly, we don't need the licenses. This has been checked multiple times with Bank Negara, with the insurers. If there's any licenses, there are already existing frameworks for it, which we are compliant to. Secondly, we are not exactly in competition with crowdfunding platforms because the products that we distribute are the same products that you can get from a bank or an insurer. So crowdfunding is an alternative funding source for all these other, those are equity funding, whereas we're doing personal financing, mortgages, car insurances, we do SME insurances. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope
Hi,
that answers
Jared.
your question. Hi.
Hi, Jared. Thanks for the presentation. Actually, I have a question with regard to this pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, right? How you mitigate the risk of the higher NPL from your customers? Thanks.
Thank you for the question. First off, because we're not balance sheet lenders ourselves, so we don't, the NPL issue is really how banks would like to mitigate. So when they share with us their change in their scoring criteria, their underwriting criteria, we make a change along with them on our engine for their particular set of customers. Whereas if you're talking about insurances, we have actually seen double-digit growth since the pandemic started. For example, last year, we were doing about 500 policies a month. After the pandemic started, we are now doing about 1,000 policies a month. So we are seeing quite a good or positive effect on our business, simply because more people are moving towards digital application channels. They are moving towards digital renewal channels for insurances. And our revenue has actually grown in this period, and we think it's here to stay.
So, thank you so much. So I think we can continue in chat, and this time it's for our next participants. Kate, introduce please.
The next one will be Dave from Home Crowd Company. Dave, I see you.
Probably unmute, no?
Yeah, he is muted.
Dave, do you hear us?
Dave, I will be waving you. Yeah, Dave, do not miss your moment of glory.
While waiting.
It's some echo. Dave?
So are you ready, Dave?
Yeah.
Maybe turn off the sound on computer because we
don't hear you.
There is no sound.
Okay, how about now?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay, thanks. Sorry for the technical error. So let me share the screen. Okay, my name is Dave. I'm the founder of Home Crowd. Millennial home ownership is at all-time low. Many millennials complain that they have additional income that are not recognized by the traditional banking. At the same time, we have a huge unsold houses in Malaysia. 60% of Malaysia home buyer applicants were rejected by the traditional banking. HSBC surveyed that about many two-thirds of Malaysian millennials yet to buy their first home and want to buy one in the next few years. So this is our user journey of our platform where we onboard the borrower online and go through the credit check and the credit scoring before they got funded by the lenders. We are partnered with the Experian to support our eKYC and the credit score infrastructure. Our biggest challenge was on the regulation, where we spent a long journey engaging with the various regulators to obtain their clearance. And we have launched our beta in March. We are the first company to be regulated by the Housing Ministry of Malaysia. So next, upon fulfilling the additional paid-up capital by the regulator, we are excited to obtain the license. And currently, we are in the next phase of development for the full platform. We will take a small cut of interest in between the borrower and the lender, and we will appoint a trustee company to safely the property on behalf of the many lenders. Our loan will be also backed by the institutional lender other than individuals. We have secured a partnership with the UN Sunrise a property unit under a Malaysia state-owned enterprise. Upon activate our license, this housing agency are excited to join us to give us access to more than 50,000 home buyers nationwide. Next, our National Mortgage Corporation is also keen to join us as our institutional lender to support our mortgage. So this is our averaging team coming from a background of fintech, software engineering, and real estate, and also credit underwriting and mortgage. And we have an amazing digital marketer as well. We're also supported by a subject matter expert coming from the regulatory compliance, innovation professor, legal, credit score, and Islamic finance. And we are proud to graduate from a world-class China accelerator last November. So yeah, thank you for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, dear judges, your questions? Hello. Dear judges, do you have questions? Don't be shy, please.
Dave, please stop sharing the screen.
Okay, sure.
To show yourself. As I understood, you log from 2 devices.
Yeah, yeah.
Dave, I've got a question for you. Is it possible for your revenue model to not just make the 0.5% application, but continue to have recurring revenue as the borrower pays down his or her mortgage?
Yeah, that can be explored, but the mandate given by the regulators is we already presented the business model, and also mortgage should be a long-term loan, so the interest margin will be cumulatively recurring over the year as well. I hope you get what I mean, because the loan
which is precisely the thing that excites me as an investor, that you're not a one-off player, that you continue to collect the next 25 years from Ahmad or Abu or whoever.
Yep, correct. Because we also need to give a good return to the lender as well. That's why we take a very small cut only. Progressively, the revenue will be recurring.
Yeah, Dave, can you hear me?
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Jet.
If you can just briefly explain how do you assist the lenders as far as mitigating the risk? As you were saying, a lot of millennials are not viewed as, a lot of incomes are not really accepted as income. So how briefly, how do you manage this and make it much more accessible for the lenders?
Yep. Yeah, I just took up the slide explaining about the credit risk due to the timing. So because we will look into a more holistic credit scoring. So in addition of the primary data, we will look into the alternative data, like the borrower monthly finances, and also the discipline of them repaying their monthly bills, and also from their social media platform. For example, millennials, whether they have any linking account, also look into their quality of their connection. So this also will help them to actually improvise their employability and also their future income earning as well.
Okay, thank you so much. Any questions else? Okay, so let's continue. Okay, present us our next participant, number 3.
The next one is Trembiler.
Trembelia, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Let's start.
So good luck.
Please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is So Izuka from Trembelia.com. Hello, everyone. Let me share the screen first. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. We are Trembelia.com, the online booking platform for medical tourism, managed by Japanese and Malaysian team. We create create integrated ecosystem of medical tourism for travelers as additional activities at their travel destination. This is a unique point of our business and differences from other players in medical tourism market. Our business model is simply similar to Klook and Viata, the booking platform for travel activities. But we are focusing on medical, wellness, and beauty treatments such as beauty drip, blood tests, teeth whitening, beauty surgery to cancer treatments. Let me give you an example of customer experience. A Chinese family traveled to Tokyo. When father is taking their children to toy shop in Ginza, a mother goes to cosmetic dermatology for facial treatment at the clinic next to the toy shop. Also, grandfather and grandmother are taking simple 15 minutes blood inspection at laboratory next to the clinic. It's one of the future of travel after COVID-19. In this period of COVID situation, as travelers cannot travel abroad, we provide PCR screening tests for locals, and it increased the traffic and inquiry a lot. The problem in this market are lack of integration and transparency of price and details of treatment. Why? Because the other players in this market are more likely to boutique or coordinator agent business model. So it's kind of same composition of the period before OTA has established in travel industry. We take the OTA strategy and technology to make medical tourism be more casual and integrated for travelers around the world as additional activities at travel destination. The medical tourism global market was $37 billion in 2018 and estimated to reach $180 billion in 2026. Since our incorporation, we have put effort into expanding partnership with medical institutions first and develop API integration for B2B strategic partnership with airlines, hotels, and OTAs. The APIs are a competitive point in this market. And most of our members are from OTA, the online booking platform for travel activities. So we have accurate understanding of strategy and IT resources required in each phase from startup to IPO. Now we are seeking $500K fundraising. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dear judges, do you have a questions? Hello, do you have a questions?
Hello.
So is your
Yeah. Hello, can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so what is the revenue model you have here?
We receive like 10 to 20% from the medical institutions. We don't charge any additional cost to the customer, so we can provide our best price for customers.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Next one, please.
So is your focus primarily on an OTA player, or as as a medical tourism as the first focus?
We believe that it's like a kind of the pyramid composition. To make the medical tourism more casual, first of all, we have to focus on the below part, such as beauty drip or the teeth whitening, the casual one, to make medical tourism more casual. In a point of view from the travel activity, it's kind of like a Disneyland ticket or airport ticket. So once the people join that part, the customer will consider to take another higher level of the medical tourism, medical treatment. So as I was like a professional patient of the diseases, I had a very big scar at the stomach. And when I was sick, I couldn't imagine to going abroad to take surgery or treatment. So first of all, we have to change the mindset of the people. So medical tourism, taking medical treatment abroad, is not that a special for somebody who has serious intractable diseases.
Sure. And you may have covered and I may have missed it, but did you have a slide on your traction so far?
We launched last year, and we only have a 10, 11 transaction. And during this COVID-19 period, we started PCR screening tests for Malaysia and Bangkok. And we have a lot of inquiries and booking as well, past 1 week. So now we are for sure, if we can reach the proper customer and to provide proper treatment, they book through us.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
One
Thank you so
last,
much. Yes, please.
one quick question. What do you think is your competitive advantage? I've seen a handful of these platforms in Europe, in the US, and a lot of them are closer to the customers. And
Yes.
how do you actually compete with these guys when it's easier for them to onboard, I mean, all of these people that need to do this treatment?
Like as my point of view, the other players in the market is more like they are focusing on the patient over 50 years old who has disease or something, and we are focusing on like above 30 years old female as travel activities. So it's kind of a different business model, and also we are selling the treatment as a product. So once we get a partnership with airlines, after the customer booked the airline ticket on the airline website, they can show the additional activities as a hotel or something. That's a unique point of our business. Other a competitor is a booking platform for a hospital time slot. And they need a inquiry first, then return the information and the prices. So they have to make 3-4 turns to get the final booking.
Thank you.
Since you are using OTAs, wouldn't they take a big chunk of your revenue, number one? And number two, I see a lot of cosmetic surgery stuff that you were promoting. What if Botox goes wrong? I mean, is there any liability to you as well, as opposed to just the unlicensed stem cell or Botox service provider?
The number two is a service provider. I mean, a medical institution has the responsibility for the treatment. It's the same kind of another travel activity platform, like a Club.
And on the OTA front, would you be sacrificing a lot of your revenue by marketing yourself as an adjunct product to all the OTA platforms?
For B2B partnership, I'm thinking to spread the commission. So we get 20% from the medical institution. So 10% goes to the OTA platform and get the 10% for us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. A great pitch. So let's continue. Kate, who is the next one today?
The next one is Kevin, and I see he's ready.
Guys, can I ask a question? Where do I fill up the marking sheet?
You need to use your personal voting link from separate letter from Elena.
Did you receive from me letter yesterday?
I don't think. Can you just maybe send it to me via the Zoom chat?
Oh, just a moment. I'll send.
Sure. Thank you. Sorry to trouble. Sorry to.
It's okay. It's okay. So let's start.
Okay, I'm ready to start.
Yes, please, Kevin.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Kevin, and I'm from Ento. We're an alternative protein company specializing in edible insects for human consumption. I'm here today looking to raise our seed round, and we're looking to raise between $1 to $3 million. The problem is that our current food supply chain is simply unsustainable for our future population. And we're seeing consumers, particularly millennials and Gen Zs, are preferring food brands and products that are not just healthier, but also more sustainable for the environment. Herein lies our solution. We specialize in insect-based protein in the form of consumer packaged goods. If you can see the picture to your left, those are our products. We typically retail products between $5 to $8, and we're already selling in both offline and online channels. We generate on average 77% average gross margins on our products. So a lot of people at this stage ask me, why insect protein? Simply down to two simple reasons. Firstly, it's more nutritious, 3 times more protein than beef, 7 times more iron than kale, and 4 times more fiber than oatmeal. And to produce the same amount of protein requires far less resources. Lastly, our products are great. They're tasty and nutritious. You can catch up our glowing reviews when we participate in events and roadshows, and also our online reviews. We have glowing reviews online. In terms of the market is huge. the global agriculture market is expected to be $2 trillion over the next 10 years. But if we focus to the far right, the edible insect market is going to be $8 billion over the next 10 years. So this is research compiled by both McKinsey and Barclays Investment Bank. So what does this $8 billion opportunity mean for us? Well, this is massive growth potential. Over the next 10 years, the industry is expected to grow 43% year on year with no clear market leader in this space. This is where we see a huge potential. In terms of our defensibility, there are plenty, but I would like to just highlight two things. Firstly, we're a food tech powerhouse. We have a 2 Michelin star chef based in Singapore, who we work very closely with to formulate our products. And secondly, being based in KL and Malaysia, we have a reduced cost structure of 50 to 70% compared to our US and European counterparts. In terms of the senior leadership team, the company is run by 3 trained professionals. I myself, I'm a trained lawyer. I've been called to the bar in London and Malaysia. My COO is a trained engineer, formerly head of strategy at Hong Leong Bank. And lastly, Scott, who is our science lead, is currently head of tech ventures at Siam Darby Plantation, who also holds an MBA from INSEAD. And that's my pitch. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you for great pitch. Yes, let's start our Q&A session. So, dear judges, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes, please, Alexander.
I saw you 500 startups. Was it with this startup or it was another startup?
Sorry.
I saw in your presentation that you were part of 500 startup.
I was part of 500. I've been pitching a tech in Asia. I've been around. So been going around and pitching our idea and our products.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Kevin? Kevin?
Yes.
Yeah, one question regarding this particular product of yours. How is acceptability and what is the geographies you're selling presently, and what target is the demographic wise, acceptability wise of this particular product presently?
Yeah, okay, thank you for the great question. Firstly, the acceptability. Currently, we are serving early adopters and innovators. So we're serving maybe the top 5% of the market who are into this. We have we have a very loyal fan base, mostly are into fitness, mostly are millennials. So we're in the early adopters phase. So I see where we are at today was plant-based 10 years ago. So I think it would take a number of years, but definitely we're solidifying our brand and our products as the market leader in this growing space, because as you know, this consumer packaged goods and the alternative protein space is booming right now. To answer your second question, in terms of geography, about 50% of our revenues are based in Malaysia, 30% in Singapore. We have a presence in Singapore. We have offline channels and retailers in Singapore. We have a small warehouse in Singapore. And we sell a higher price in Singapore, so our margins are better. And 20% we sell globally. We sell to manufacturers, we sell to retailers and consumers globally. And we're about to launch on Amazon US next month.
So one more additional question. Where is your production based out of? What are production facilities?
It's based in Ara Damansara. So we occupy a 7,000 square feet farming and processing facility. So we have an agri-tech team and a food tech team who are based there to constantly do the R&D. So we don't just throw crickets in a pool and farm it. We do have a lot of know-how and technologies that go behind optimizing the production and also optimizing the end product for consumers.
Thank you.
Kevin, will you also do OEM or, if you like, white labeling for other brands?
Yes, we're currently doing that. So we have a customer in Portland, Oregon in the US. So the manufacturer would just call and say that I'm interested in this product. Obviously, doesn't make sense to farm it in the US. I would like to purchase some for you. So we're already serving to 2 manufacturers based overseas as a white label product. And we can offer that. If you check on Alibaba, we're also there serving the B2B markets. So we have a few customer segments.
Hi, Kevin. It's very interesting to observed the revenue model, and you said that you have reached like more than 70% gross margin and then very reduced cost, right? Is Ento on track to reach profitability soon, or could you explain more about that?
Okay, so our cost structure is roughly about $7,000 US. We're currently doing about 2,000. The large slowdown is due to our core customer acquisition strategy, which is primarily events and roadshows, has been put to a halt. So we're purely doing about 2,000 in US revenues each month. But last year we were growing from basically a zero market in Malaysia to a 5,000 US market. And last year alone, we grew 160% on average month on month. But due to COVID, our events and roadshows, so because our product relies heavily on tasting booths and to acquire customers and share about what we do, that has been put to a slowdown. So, we're maybe considering pivoting to something that's maybe more acceptable, such as plant-based milk. That's something we're extremely exploring right now to drive that, because we don't need to occupy tasting booths. So we're very adaptable and we're very nimble as a startup.
Kevin, where are you based in Ara Damansara? Because I heard that you mentioned that you have a...
Ara Damansara. We took up one of the old shop lots. We got a very good rental rate for it, and we're getting an even cheaper rental rate. So I like cheap, good stuff. Save the company money and reduce our cost structure.
William, I know you have a tactical advantage. You are also in Ara Damansara, but please wait for me.
Okay, send me your details afterwards. I might drop by Monday.
Sure. Okay.
All right.
Great. Thanks, William.
Thank you so much. So, Kate?
The next one is Dimples. Sorry if I made a mistake.
Dimples.
David?
Hey, is it my turn? Because I thought it was S5 next. No, is S6 me?
We need to skip startup number 5 due to a technical problem.
Sure, no issues.
Could you turn on your video? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no problem. Sorry, I was just waiting for S5 to come on. My bad. And I'm sharing my screen, so hold on for a second.
Is this pronounced as dimples?
Yeah, like the holes on your face, but with the different spelling. It's actually the holes on the ball as well. Cool. Should I start? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, please. Yes, you can.
Oh, okay, cool.
Start.
Okay.
Yeah. Good luck.
Okay. Golfers. Basically, you're either an addict or you're not a golfer at all. Rarely a golfer's in the middle ground. Now, golfers want to golf all the time, but they can't really golf if they can't find each other to golf. Just like how you can go to the cinema alone, but 9 out of 10 times you don't. Now, who plays golf? Mainly senior executives, business people, professionals, busy people, right? Now, golf takes a long time to play. It takes about 4 hours to play around a golf, plus showering, chit-chat, traveling, eating, total 8 hours to play around. So how do busy people find other busy people to play a game that takes a long time, right? So today we have Dimples. Dimples helps connect golfers to play golf. Golfers basically post when and where they want to play. And then then other golfers can join in. Once you're in the game, you can chat with each other. When you're done with the game, you can rate and you can score each other. Now, in addition to golfers using the app, golf courses and golf clubs also use the app to organize competitions for their members. Golf coaches use it to organize training sessions for their students, and golf equipment companies also use it to organize product demo sessions for their customers. Now, there are a few other apps like this in the world, but most of them have tried and failed, mainly because of two things, product and marketing. As a consumer product, it's very important for the product to be very, very simple to use without any guidance. And marketing is even more important with the right user acquisition strategies. As a two-sided marketplace, it is important to have sufficient golfers posting games and sufficient golfers joining games both at the same time. Now, after 3 years and helping 20,000 golfers play over 30,000 rounds of golf later, we started to monetize. by helping golfers pay golf courses upfront, and we take a cut. Now, we've only started monetizing for 5 months, and we've helped golf courses process about 1,400 transactions, and we've seen revenue grow by about 50% month on month. Now, there's about 60 million golfers in the world playing $20 billion worth of golf every year. And if we can just monetize 10% of this, then at current rates, we'll be having a $200 million business. But we're far from that. So we're just raising 500K now for just 2 markets, which is Melbourne and Sydney, because these cities have the highest density of golfers in the world, and will help us generate additional $3 million in profits per year in 5 years. Now, Dimples is really solving a first world problem. But investors like it because it's a very niche segment. But just like any two-sided marketplace, domination is key, and niche is much easier to dominate. My name is David. I'm the CEO. I used to cover the APAC region for different advertising companies. We have a CTO that built and sold his startup to Fave, and we have a digital marketer that helps get the word out to golfers. All based here in KL and ready to rock the world of golf. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So David, just help us understand, how do you differentiate from the other, entities in a similar space? And why would all the market come to you rather than going to them?
So there's a few types of different golf apps. There are those that are just for golf bookings. So there's quite a few of them around the world. There's also those that do GPS and scoring. So these two are not our core products. Our core feature is helping people find each other. And there are a few companies that have tried it in the world, but nobody has succeeded. I think nobody has done it the right way. So in terms of like our core product, which is helping people find each other, nobody else is doing it. We would love that somebody else doing it, but we can't find anybody.
The reason why I was asking, there's a product in India where we have invested called Sportio, which does similar partner mapping for all sports types. Also do a mapping with the places where they can go and play along with reservation as well. So any specific reason for you to go into a niche of picking up golf only rather than sports as a general category?
Okay. Yeah, I think I understand the question better now. I think if you're talking about that, there's actually even more applications out there that do general sports, everything, right? But the reason why we went into golf is because I play golf and I can't find people to play golf. And also the cultures of all these sports are very different. The audiences are very different. And a lot of people have always said, hey, you've been doing this for golf, right? Why don't you do this for other games as well? And we don't really want to do that because that means investing into another whole new audience, where what we're going to do is going to be focused right deep into golf. So not just like helping people find each other, but also booking, and then, all the way down to coaching academies, SaaS software and everything. Just because this demographic, this segment of golfers, the value is much higher than, let's say, football, badminton, or stuff like that. And it's just more interest. It's just easier to focus that way.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, any questions else? Okay, let's continue. Kate?
Thank you, David. The next one will be Joe with the startup My digital bank platform. Yeah.
Hey guys, can you see me?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's get this. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Excellent. Guys, thank you very much for your time. We're honored as My to pitch at the Unicorn Battle. My is fast on its way to becoming my second unicorn after being the global head of Hong Kong's first unicorn, a company called Airwallex, before moving here to start My. My is a Malaysian owned and operated, soon to be in the future, digital bank. The name My stands for MY, the Malaysian country code, My Malaysia, but what we're really all about as a business is about empowering people to take control of their finances. So it's about my money, my way. The reason why we're building a digital bank in ASEAN is that in 2017, the World Bank said that there was 500 million people in ASEAN that had a mobile phone, but no access to a bank account. A lot of that is around the geography of ASEAN, which is unique, having over 25,000 islands, 8,000 of those populated, And most of the regulators in ASEAN only in the last 12 months have started to institute digital onboarding. So for the large majority of people, it's been impossible to get a bank account. I know that we're, like a lot of the people on the call here are from Malaysia, and it's quite a well-banked part of the ASEAN space. But it's still astonishing that in Malaysia, the majority of the banks still don't have an app for their bank. So the technology side is also quite weak in this market. So what are we doing? Well, you've heard of the Amazon one-click checkout, which they patented to huge success. built the world's smartest eKYC or digital onboarding. We can give you a bank account in about 45 seconds, and we can do it with only 3 data fields required. That's your email, your phone number, and your password. We're also the only onboarding process that we're aware of in the world where we can guarantee the document that you're using is authentic, which is a nice piece of IP there. Once you're into having your My bank account, you're going to get a MasterCard or a Visa card delivered. But what's really exciting is we give you up to 21 different accounts within that app, 21 different currencies that you can hold your funds in, and you can spend and settle in those currencies. What does that mean to the consumer? It means that we're about 5 to 7% cheaper than every other bank when you're spending on your card overseas right now. And we're about 2 to 3% cheaper than every fintech with a debit card in Malaysia at the moment. Lastly, we have a very strong Sharia committee. There's 250 million Muslims in ASEAN that have financial services products which haven't really been built from the ground up to meet the ethics of Sharia compliance. And so we offer a conventional product and we also offer a Sharia product to the market too. Outside of me and the team, we've got 3 co-founders. We've got Kishore, who was the youngest head of marketing at Maybank. We've got Alan Goodwin, who actually issued the first debit card in Europe over 20 years ago. We've got our CTO, who's built 4 digital banks before. And not a co-founder, but last but not least, our chairman, Tunku Ahmad Bahanuddin, who was on the board of CIMB here, currently on the board of Bank Rakyat. Last year we won. That's it?
Yeah, the time was over.
Let me just give you just one quick thing, guys. Click on that, look up that link. Over lockdown, when we haven't been able to operate in Malaysia, we've actually created a new company in Australia doing digital financial services as a SaaS model. And this week we actually signed our first client. So very exciting way to spend our lockdown. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So next one, please. Next question. Sorry.
Hi, Joe. Just a question because I have received 3 business plans from 3 different digital bank in Malaysia. So what's your status now in terms of the regulation, the application of the license?
Well, Malaysia's yet to release its digital banking regulation to the market. However, we're in the sort of final stages of receiving an e-money and an MSP license in the market. And so our goal is to bring a product to market multi-currency, so similar to BigPay, but multi-currency. And then once the regulation comes out, with our most recent investor, we'll be applying to become a digital bank then.
Have you started dealing with the Bank Negara on the licensing matters?
Yeah, so we've been engaged with Bank Negara for 18 months now. We're close to receiving our e-money and MSB license, which will be what we'll be using until Bank Negara releases the digital banking license.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Joey, I run a fintech company in Hong Kong. In fact, it's the largest e-wallet in Hong Kong. I'm Malaysian. Question is, why Malaysia?
Hey, Paul, we've actually met in Hong Kong before, funnily enough, a little while back at Rise, I think. But why Malaysia? Well, one of the biggest challenges when you're bringing a product to market is changing customer behavior. And when we looked at ASEAN as a market, over 90% of Malaysians had a debit card in their pocket, so they're used to paying with their card. Very high smartphone penetration, but at the time that we moved here, digital transactions was only at about 10%. So we saw that everyone had the card. It wasn't a big change in customer behavior to give them a much stronger solution. Merchant terminals were everywhere, and there was a really big gap in the market around usage.
Hi,
Yes,
Joey. Joey? Yeah, there's a Hi. Yeah, good to see you. There's a paid-up capital requirements for digital banks in Malaysia. I think it's something like a few 100 million? Was it 200 million?
They're still working it out, but it's currently sitting at 100 million ringgit.
Yeah, so how will you be able to, how are you planning to raise that? Because they'll need that, that paid up capital quite quickly.
It's very important, yes. So we don't believe from our sources inside the central bank, and Ganesh, I'm sure you'll be receiving the same information, that they will be announcing any winners of the digital banking licenses until about Q1 to Q2 in 2021.
Sure.
We've just signed a large multinational to lead our next fundraising round. So they're giving us $2 million US on a pre-money val of 10 million US. So part of the call today is we're open to another strategic investor that brings something of value to us. But most important, that investor coming in is extremely well capitalized, has ambitions to build a bank, and has the balance sheet to make sure we get that license.
Sure.
Great. I think we can move on. Thank you,
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah, great pitch. So the next one is David. Also,
Correct.
David. We have today 3 Davids.
Yeah.
Is it a popular name in Malaysia? Yeah.
Okay. Can you see?
Sure.
Yeah,
Right.
good.
Yes.
Right. Give me a second. Let me just clean this up. Okay, let's go. Hi, my name is David, and I'm one of the co-founders for InsurVite. So InsurVite is on a mission to help legacy insurers transform their customer experience by messaging apps. So before I continue, I would like to ask everyone a question. How many of us actually have had a very frustrating experience with our insurers? Or maybe some of us had. And I certainly do, and I want to share my story. So what happened is years ago, one of my family members was hospitalized for jaundice, which is one of the claimable items under the policy we've bought. But however, it took us 25 days just to get a form. So what happened in between is that we got ping-pong around between the insurer and our agent, both of them non-responsive to our requests. So in the end, our claim was rejected because according to the insurer, we failed to meet the 30-day submission deadline. So that got me thinking, that was 2015, WhatsApp is already very prevalent. Why can't I just use that to submit a claim, to upload all my documents? And this is why I came up with InsurVite. So InsurVite is a virtual assistant combined with process automation to give the customers a simple, fast, and secure way to engage and transact with their customers, insurers 24/7, and to help insurers save their operational costs. So our user journey is very simple. All they need to do is to go to any messaging app they like, select the service. Our bot will guide them through a process. They can upload documents and then confirm and submit the information, and immediately they can get covered or file a claim. Our use case expands beyond just claims handling. We go into quotation, onboarding, and after-sales servicing. We are currently in market. We've signed a contract in Japan with Tokio Marine, and we are deploying in Malaysia end of this year. And we also signed a pilot contract in Australia with Bupa, and we have a 6-month pipeline coming up for the next 6 months, 2 in US and 1 in Japan, 1 in Singapore. So we will work with a strong network of partners like Aon, Startup Bootcamp, and also Global Insurance Accelerator to accelerate our penetration into our strategic markets. So this is our competitive landscape. As you can see, those below the line are generic chatbots, but we found ourselves a niche whereby we can combine chat with process automation to enable the full and seamless insurance cycle. Our revenue model is one that combines implementation fee with either a transaction fee or a usage-based fee based on the modules that the insurers would like to have. We are a team of 6 people. 3 of us are founders. We have experience in full stack software development as well as sales and marketing. We are looking for strategic investors that can fund us as well as to guide us into the network of insurers in Malaysia. So thank you for listening.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So, dear judges, any questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So does your bot use artificial intelligence, or is decision tree algorithm?
Mm-hmm. So in terms of the claims filing side, we're actually using a claims logic that we get from the insurers. So in this part, we actually work very closely with the insurers to understand their processes and to which are the exclusions and how do they calculate the final claim amount on the claim side.
I saw that the user can upload some image.
Oh yes.
How do you analyze the image? You need an admin on the back end.
Yeah. So we actually
automated?
we have OCR that we will pick up from the pick up information from whatever the customer uploads. So if they upload the hospital invoices, we can actually pick up the price and the item, and then from there we do the logic calculation there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next question, please.
JB,
hello.
Hi.
How long does it take for you to implement with a new insurer?
So it takes us anything between two to 4 months. Yeah. Okay. The reason, because we are not a generic platform. If you are a generic platform, you can just buy and plug in, but that will mean that the insurer's IT team actually has to do the customization themselves. So actually the deployment time is longer than if we work with the team and work with the business unit to come up with the right product that they can just plug it in immediately and use it. So that's the difference between us and the generic platform. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, any questions else?
No? Okay. And the last but not least, Jit.
Hi.
Yeah.
Okay, finally it's my turn. Thank you for everyone. Thanks for thinking about SwingSoft. Can you guys see my screen okay?
Yes, but make it full. Okay.
All right. So practice makes perfect, but practicing piano has never been easy, especially for kids. So for kids, when they practice alone, they feel it very inefficient. They feel it tedious and distracted. On the flip side, for parents, they might not be able to guide them because they are not musicians themselves. They might be busy. So this could be a problem for kids to lose interest. They might stop playing and eventually they might give up this is as a hobby. So based on a lot of statistics and researchers out there, you can see that lack of practices are still the biggest problem when it comes to the music learning journey, especially for kids. So we built a platform, basically 2 apps to solve the problems. Number one, we make everything very easy to schedule online, to do the music sheet upload, to have the during class live annotation, to have the post-class progress tracker. Number two, we have a physical customized webcam to allow the students to share the hand posturing during the class to the tutors. Number three, we have a pool of experienced professional tutors that help the students in this particular field. So the market size is huge. Based on our estimation, easily up to 10 billion in Southeast Asia alone. Our business model is very simple. We are B2C model. Our users are students, kids are our customer who paid money are parents. The pricing package set to be 20% cheaper than the traditional market. The whole package has to be paid packages, 20 sessions, 50 sessions, 100 sessions. So there are a lot of things we want to further broaden our value propositions. There are many things we want to do as a product. So the first thing we want to launch very, very soon is a gamification. We want to make sure that the kids, they can practice, they can learn the music, especially the piano, in a more fun and interactive way. And also we want to focus on the learning contents to be embedded in the product side, and as well as to connect offline activities to the online as well. Quality of tutors are very essential to make sure the model will be very successful as well. So currently we are raising 250,000 at 10% equity. So the main proceeds are going to be used in investments such as marketing, product, and CD expansion. So we have a right mix of passion and experience. For me, I'm very fortunate to work for a tech company, grew from seed stage to Series A, from 30 staff to 130 staff. Jacqueline, she is the piano teacher for over 10 years. She worked at the Bentley Music one of the top music learning school in Kuala Lumpur. Natasha, who used to be study at Oxford MBA, and then who work at Tencent as a product manager, who will be our chief of product officer as well. So our mission is trying to make every practice counts. Thanks.
Thank you, Jit.
Thank you.
Jit, why don't I start with the first question? I was actually a concert pianist when I was younger, and at high school I had 40 students. The last thing I want is to teach a student, see him once a week, and then for the next 6 days, he's practicing with another tutor who disagrees with my style or interpretation of the music. How do you solve this issue?
Yeah, so basically we will categorize the different type of students based on their teaching plans, and then we will match them with different tutors that we have. And then basically we don't want to disrupting the current teaching plan that they have, but we want to complementing. So the whole mission is trying to make sure that they catch up with the current teaching plan, and then to making sure that they can learn in a more efficient way.
Thank you.
Jit. It's very interesting that this tutoring on the piano is very niche product, right? Do you have any further plan to continue the partnership with a tech operator in Southeast Asia, or you imagine to build it alone?
Well, so far we want to laser focus to only focus on piano, but once we have the branding, we want to expand to other revenue verticals such as other musical instruments like guitar, violin, etc., etc. We don't see any other direct competitors in Southeast Asia yet, so I'm not sure how to comes to the talking with the corporation stuff. But we are not disrupting the current traditional one, but we are creating a new category. But we're happy to talk to any kind of corporation as well.
Actually, it's quite interesting because just a few days back, I was actually learning about Floki, which is, I believe, going to be one of your competitors as well. But I noticed that you have a different model where you use instructors instead of an fully automated online video-based kind of learning, right? Why did you, one, choose that approach? And number two, why, like if you see the Floki method, they can always drop down their costs and keep on producing more content. So I see, like a better way or more advantage towards that process and that business model comparing to an instructor-based model. As Dr. Paul said earlier, there might be other kind of conflicts that will be coming up in future. Why you decide to go with the instructor model instead of an online video-based content model?
We believe that the kids' attention span are very, very minimal, especially because our target user are basically from 5-year-old to the 15-year-old. So this age group of users, they are probably have a lesser attention span. They need a real tutor to be really engaging with them, to teach them, to guide them along. So I think that when it comes to video contents online, it's really hard for kids to be really focused in this area. So I think that the best way is still with the tutors.
Okay, understood.
Jit? Hello?
Hello, yes, please.
Yeah,
Hi,
one
Sajid.
question, please. Yeah. How many paying students do you have presently?
Sorry, can come again?
How many paying students do you have presently? How many customer base? What's your customer base?
Okay, we just launched like last month, and then we see quite a good traction, and then we have a free trial of 30 over, and then we have 15 paid students right now, and then so far churn rate is 0%. They are pretty happy with it for two reasons. Number one, they are happy with the app style. Online education is very convenient. They can learn everything from home. The second reason is with the tutor. So once the kids are sticking with this tutor, they're less likely for them to switch to another platform or switch to another tutor as well.
I think so COVID has been good for you.
I'm sorry?
COVID has been good for you.
You mean the traction is good for me?
Yeah, COVID, because a lot of kids are at home and they like to play, learn from home. Present lockdown situation.
Yeah, surprisingly, the parents are quite, they can accept this very, very positively so far.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any questions else?
One question.
Yes, please.
So I can see this is very niche. It's a piano practice application, and for instructor to provide this training to anyone who want to learn this piano practice. You have any other expansion from let's say currently it is practice you providing a practice platform for this application, but you have other kind of maybe performance performers for them booking perform or like piano performer, things like that. I mean, do you have things to generate more income revenue for this one? I just to get from how you run this.
Oh, so we want to be really focused on just focus on one revenue stream, which is coming from the online tutoring. Right now, we're focusing only piano, but moving down the road, 1.5 years or 2 years later, we will expand to other musical instruments. But I think that it's very important for us as a startup, as a company, to be really focused on getting one thing done and get it done really, really good. So right now, we just focus on online tutoring.
Jit, I just want to say that a few judges may think this is niche, but for somebody like me, a Chinese family, every Chinese family puts their kids through music, and they all put their kids through piano. And please, may I beg the next generation, do not learn piano. It's not an orchestral instrument. It's not going to get you enough marks to get into university. Learn something like piccolo or tuba, right? That is required by any university orchestra.
Or triangle, right?
Absolutely.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe we should move on, girls.
Oh, the judges, don't forget to vote for our startups. We will close the voting in 2 minutes.
Yes, it was our last but not least startup. It's like actually not the first startup from Japan. I see that it's involved in music. It's custom, right? Is it like music a great deal in Japan also?
Music great dealing. I'm sorry, I don't.
Yeah, the great deal music in Japan also.
The great deal in Japan.
Okay, forget it. Yes. Forget it. Never mind it. It was our last startup, and we would like to see all the judges voting, because we can see the backup of our event page, and we see not all the judges have put their marks. If you need to change your mind, you can go ahead and do it. And in a couple minutes, we will announce our winner, right, Alexander? And we will have a little networking session, right, with all our VCs.
Absolutely, virtual networking session.
Yes, wish we could have it offline, yes, with a little.
Maybe next time.
Yes, tea, desserts, and things like that, yes. We're just picking the great country, yes, to have a great gathering.
Okay, so I hope everybody finished the voting, and we are closing.
Yes. Today we will do it without music. Actually, startups involved, talking about the music. If anybody knows how to put nice background music in Zoom, please contact me and tell me about it, because everything we tried to make the official announcement of the winners more
just share your screen and take the button share computer sound.
Does not work. Now, I know. Have tried it. It's not working normally. So I'm looking for some solution. It's personal request from Startup.Network.
Maybe you can do it
manually. Yes, Liana?
So we are ready to announce our winners today, and the third place goes to two startups, two participants today. The first one is My, and the second one is phenology.
Wow,
Oh, you're both right.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. The second place goes to Insure, right?
Wow.
Congratulations. And the winner of today's Unicorn Battle in Kuala Lumpur is Anto.
Yay!
Wonderful.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congrats.
Start packing. You're going together with us to the Silicon Valley. You'll be contacted by girls and they will tell you all the details, where and how. And we, of course, we invite all other startups. The special conditions for you apply 2 weeks, right? Starting from now. You can also contact Kate and Lena to know on what conditions you can join us. And there is also be a startup expo when you can expose to 1,000 guests all your solutions. And I was just browsing through our page. We don't have a winner of the audience voting. All the startups got 1 or 2.
1 or 2 like, yeah.
Yes. So it's like our guests were not really active, but next time startups invite your friends to vote for you. It's absolutely free and you'll get some special prize for that. Okay, congratulations to the winner. And let's talk a little bit.
Start our network part.
Yes, with our VCs, judges, you've done a great job listening to all those startups. And maybe you can tell us a little bit how are startups like different in Malaysia from the startups from the States, or how is VC community different in South Asia, like in comparison with the States or Europe?
And while I was thinking, may I ask you to turn on your videos to freeze this moment of the end of our first event in Kuala Lumpur? And I'll make a screenshot and just share it with you by mail.
Yes, now everybody will be afraid to talk, not to have a picture with an open mouth, but don't worry about it. We know how to fix it.
Chris Nazmi. Oh, yeah. Chris, we are waiting for you. Okay. So let's cheese.
Cheese.
Yes, the second turn. Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kate. So locals, please tell us all the insights. We won't tell anyone, we promise.
Anna, probably I will try to ask a little bit in different way. So the judges who came from another countries, other continents, really don't know a lot about Malaysian startup ecosystem. And maybe some of VCs can tell a little bit to us how many accelerators you have, how many funds, what is the landscape in Malaysia, what is the trends today. So it's really interesting for us who came from other countries.
So, dear judges, your opinion is very important.
Okay,
Let's
maybe.
start.
Can I just start something?
What I want.
Hello? Yeah. Somebody speaking.
Yeah, hi everybody. From a perspective of a non-VC, because I'm not a VC, I'm more dealing with contracting SMEs and starting business myself. I think in Malaysia, the accelerator industry is still small-ish. I think presence is still very limited on the ground. If you go through university programs as well, I do not think there's a significant amount. I mean, you have the government doing it through government entities, but private sector, from my perspective, from my opinion, is still a lot more improvement that needs to be done. Even on the VC stage as well, there's still a lot of potential here. I'm in the financing industry per se in terms of as a non-bank FI. Here, banks rule everything here. That is why, as far as fintech is concerned, the opportunities are great. But you have big, huge guys, bankers, which are controlling the market as what the structure of the FI is. But in terms of startup environment, I would say there's a lot of potential here. I think for Malaysia, if there are international players, international accelerator programs tying up with local, which is key here, as any other country in Southeast Asia is, having the right local entity to be partnering with international accelerator programs is key, and not necessarily the perceived right ones are right in terms of trying to go into the ground and finding out the talent within the colleges, universities, and startup programs themselves. But there's a lot of opportunity here. It's still, my perspective as a non-VC financier is great. I mean, the opportunity is massive for entities that have the right network and the right people they tie up on the ground in terms of subject matter experts.
Thank you, Zed. Yeah.
One quick question to people from Malaysia. Sajid here from Dubai. So my question is regarding the legal and the regulatory framework, what you have in Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur, because in Dubai, we have different types of regulatory and legal systems. So for people coming from outside to invest, so most of the companies in UAE or Dubai are basically owned by the local Emiratis. So there's a legal framework structure over there. And the legal courts is based on Sharia law, and it's a different legal system, which outsiders coming from outside people are little apprehensive about investing into. So what the government has done is they've made a separate court system within the free zone, what we call it, which is based on the UK law, UK common law. So basically anybody coming into investing into UAE in the local economy can be based under a UK legal system. So what is the legal protection or regulatory protection for investors coming into Malaysia? Can anybody help me on this, please? I thought there was a lawyer on board.
So basically, Malaysian market, basically we have to be understand the position of regulatory, where they are more concerned on public. They are more concerned of the investment, how the money will be kept and managed. That's why for certain licenses is issued by Bank Negara, as well as
your voice is breaking up, please.
Hello?
Yeah, it's breaking up.
Is it better now?
Yeah,
No.
You sound weird. Yeah, kind of interference anyway.
Can you check your sound, please?
Yes.
Is it better now?
No, it's the same, please.
Okay. I am not sure what happened to my sound system.
Better.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, market for startup in Malaysia, the regulatory side, they are more concerned on the well-being of public, as well as the management of the monies for the investment. So in terms of understanding the business nature and technological side for all the startup, I can say from the regulators, they are quite struggling. They are quite struggling to understand, just like what we understand about the digital bank. I mean, the public consultation paper has been issued for more than 1 year, but until now we haven't.
Sound, I'm not able to.
Anybody
else? Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Maybe you can respond in chat.
Yeah. Or if somebody else can answer that question, it'll be helpful, please.
Yes.
Chat, yeah.
Okay.
So sorry for that.
No problem. And you can use chat to share your contacts. We were told by somebody that there is the government plays a great role in Malaysian ecosystem.
Yeah.
Is it true? Because like we had a couple of days ago the event in Singapore, and we were just surprised by the amount of work that government does to support startups, to help VCs and things like that. Is it true also for Malaysian market?
Yes, definitely. There's a lot of government entities. You have the Ministry of Entrepreneurship. You have a lot of government agencies that that does acceleration program. We have the Ministry of Science also as well for startups. There's a lot of government entities in Malaysia that plays a role in terms of developing startups per se. Yes.
Yeah, I think
I would like to share regarding this ecosystem, startup ecosystem in Malaysia. For example, like what we have initiated by Startup.Network, we have invested in developing a corporate incubator accelerator facilities. And this is also initiative working together with government agencies. And our first, I could say, innovation hub or incubator accelerator is based in Sarawak. I'm not sure if any of you familiar. So for Malaysia, it is pretty much a 30 million population, and there are like about 13, 14 states. And biggest state in Malaysia is Sarawak. It is pretty much rich with natural resources, and with the biggest utility provider for electricity provider is also in Sarawak. And now we set up recently we launched like soft launch our innovation center in Sarawak. So this is also us working together with government. So initiative and working collaboration between corporate and government is pretty much now picking up. Like let's say for us for Startup.Network, and for this all attendees today, and especially for Startup.Network, I'm I would like to welcome everyone to reach out. I mean, we are looking for startup, and I would like to I appreciate very much this initiative by Startup.Network. And yeah, let me know if there are other kind of potential area where we can look into, because there are some, for example, area like virtual reality, augmented reality, creative digital content and creative content kinds of area, and other things like smart agriculture, smart farming, the kind of area that we are keen to look into, but not limited to this kind of creative and digital content. But since we have invested and we are working on this innovation hub, we are also pretty much open to other kind of fintech and other new other kind of technology that is coming up. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Nice
to know. Yes.
I also understand that your company just recently launched a Halal to Go apps just few days ago. So congratulations on that.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. So it's yeah, we recently launched this Halal to Go. I mean, this is, for example, one of way to I can say one is, for example, let's say diversify in technology landscape. So we have a few other technology platform built in-house, but at the same time, looking at because of the current situation, the COVID-19, there's a need to further improve to reduce the implication of this COVID-19, and this e-hailing is pretty much well positioned at the moment to fit the current business landscape, because people are many trying to avoid going out and eating.
There is some problem with the sound, probably. Do you
think
hear
you
me
lost-
well? Yes, so we have a couple more minutes to go, and I would like to use this opportunity to invite everyone to all our future events. Next ones to come next week. We are actually going having 2 events each week. It will be United States, and we're going also to Brazil. And if you haven't been lately to the States, and I am sure a lot of us haven't, come on, let's go together with us. It will be New York this time. And if you would like to pick into the Brazilian ecosystem, you also have such an opportunity. You can contact us directly or go to our event page to see all our upcoming events. And we would love to see everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much for being with us today. And we hope that in the near future, the situation with coronavirus in the world will stabilize, and we will come in your country personally and meet you personally. We'll be very happy. And thank you for your time and for today.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Yeah.